Good morning, you absolutely awesome individuals, you guys. I don't know where that comes from. Right, today we're talking about my weekly figures. What happened last week? Was it a good week? Was it a bad week? Was it a different week? It was a good week. Now, I've got two concerns, but we'll get to them in a minute. So we'll go for the headlines. The 5 sites we've got, we had 119 quotes. We was plus 1,050 square foot for the week. We did 30 reservations. That's a conversion rate of 26%. And we did 31 move-ins, which is a conversion rate of 27%. So overall, it's good. My two worries, and you'll be surprised at one of them. My two worries are, number one, the amount of quotes. So the amount of quotes, 114. We want more than that. We need it to be more than that, to be honest. Well, we don't need it to be. We'd like it to be. So yeah, the amount of quotes, I'd like it to be higher. And this one is going to shock you. Mansfield. Yes, Mansfield's doing amazingly well. And we had another positive square foot week, did we, at Mansfield? I'm sure we did. Yes, we did, just. But what's concerning me at Mansfield is the amount of square foot moved in. Now, we're starting to get a little bit of churn. 250 square foot moved out last week. So the churn is starting. If we get normal levels of churn, then this month would be a negative month, I would suggest. So we just need to be a little bit cautious and careful here. At the minute, I don't think we're going to reach 3,000 square foot moved in at Mansfield. It will be the worst month we've had since we opened for square foot moved in. So we just got to be mindful. There's nothing to panic about, nothing to worry about, or it's definitely still, I have 3 settings. I have green, amber, and red. It's definitely on the green still, nothing to worry about. So basically, green is nothing to worry about. Focus your attention somewhere else. Amber is when we're slightly concerned about something and we're anticipating changing something. Red is where we're like, holy shit, we're in the red zone. We have to do something. We have to change something. We can't continue like this, basically. And at the minute, I don't think we have any red sites at the minute. Clough Road is probably the closest to being a red site, but things have changed there recently. 425 square foot up last week. We're over 70% full now on that site. So that is good. Beverley, surprisingly, as well. Beverley, at the minute, we lost. It was the only site to lose square foot last week was Beverley. And we lost, as I'm trying to find Beverley's figures. Yeah, we lost 385 square foot. That is a shit ton to lose. We lost loads of containers, that's why. So 385 square foot. We're now down to 83.75% occupancy. So on the face of it, in March, middle of March, 84% full is not an issue whatsoever. Just excuse me while I take a swig of tea. I love a cup of tea in the morning. I love a coffee in the morning as well. Slurp. That must be amazing to hear. Yeah, do you know, a cup of coffee when I wake up, honestly, it's the first thing I think about. I really, really look forward to a cup of coffee. And then I have a cup of tea, and then I have another coffee. Life. Right. So, yeah, Beverley, nothing to worry about just yet, but the fact we lost so much square foot last week isn't a good sign, obviously. Right, so let's jump in then to the figures. Yep, James wrote these figures for us, the positive and negatives on the newsletter, by the way. If you're not signed up to the newsletter, MrSelfStories.com. It's where all the cool kids hang out. We have, at the minute, 499 subscribers. One more, and we get 500. Incredible. Right, let's have a look then. Let's talk about money first of all. How much money did we take last week? So we took 18,200 at Willoughby. We took 5,000 at Beverley. We took 5,500 at Clough Road. We took 3,200 at Wrexham. I'm rounding these up and down. Mansfield, we took 8,400. So for you amazing mathematicians out there, you will know that we took 40,400. So not too bad for the takings. Anything over 40,000 is acceptable at this stage. I am going to do a whole new podcast episode on this, but I will just touch upon it right now. Last week, live chat. How many people booked on live chat? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people booked on live chat last week. That is incredible. That's what, 31? I don't know. 13, 14%? I don't know, somewhere on there. But live chat. Must have it. It's brilliant. People booked online. 5 people booked online last week. And so that was 17% of our reservations booked online. That was amazing. Katie was our top reserver with 11 reservations. That is really good, Katie. Smashed it. Absolutely smashed it. Jack in second with 8. James in third with 6. James was off because it's his birthday a lot of the week. And Angela with 1, and I believe she was off as well. Right, so let's dive into the individual sites. Willoughby, 26 quotes. We do expect and want more quotes from Willoughby than that normally. Just having a swig of tea again before it goes cold. The amount of reservations were 8. So that, again, Willoughby converts really good. It's a 31% conversion rate, quotes to reservations. Number of move-ins was 12, so really good on the move-ins. That's 46%. Willoughby had a really, really good week, by the way. Really good week. It is now 74% full. During the winter, it was down to like 60 something. Oh, but now we're at 74. Want to get to that Goldilocks zone of 85. I think Willoughby will have its highest occupancy ever this year, including COVID times. Yeah, so we had a conversion rate of quotes to move-ins of 46%. That's incredible. The Luton van was rented out 4 times. So in total, we moved in 1,615 square foot. That is incredible. Really, really good there. Move-outs were good as well, 520 square foot. So we netted 1,095. Interesting. We're as a total company, we're up 1,050 square foot. Where Willoughby on its own was net 1,095. So that means combined, the other 4 sites lost square foot, and Willoughby was the saving grace. Willoughby absolutely stonked it last week. 15 move-ins, 6 move-outs internally. So that's 333 units internally occupied. 6 containers in, 2 out, 45 containers rented out. Store occupancy, as we said, 74.25. Average merchandise sales, £22.22. So not too bad. We aim for 25. Average per moving. So we did do quite a lot of merchandise sales last week. But again, like I said, we aim for 25 quid. The amount of new insurance sold is 87,000. That means the average insurance was 7,250. We moved in 9 people. Due to move in next week, we've got 9 people to move in, 590 square foot to move out. We've got 4 move outs, but 3 of us are one customer who's got 450 square foot, and he was due to move out last week. Luckily, he didn't move out. So we've got 4 customers to move out for 500. So it's a big unit, obviously, made up of 3 different unit sizes. 3 different rooms. So if he doesn't move out, we've only got 50 square foot to move out. So it could be a really good week again at Willoughby. Clough Road. Yeah, I'm going to make a bet here. I reckon we're going to be over 500 square foot up at Willoughby this week. And that's it, including the guy moving out. Right, quick swig of tea. I'm trying not to slap. I'm trying not to do that. Right, Clough Road. Amount of quotes, 36. Number of reservations, 9. Move-ins was 10. So conversion rate, quotes to reservations was 25%. So still a little bit low, but we're heading in the right direction. Quotes to move-ins was 28%. So again, yeah, it's perfect. That's fine. Anywhere between 25 and 30% is good there. Reservations, we're aiming for over 30%. Amount of move-ins, 700 square foot moved in. Really, really good for Clough Road. We're over 70% full now. We are rocking. We're rocking at all sites at the minute. Amount of move-outs, 275. Net results is 425. Oh, can I just say, when we're talking about money and stuff, my course, genuine, it's not for sale, by the way, at the minute, so I'm not actually selling it, but the feedback has been absolutely incredible. We sold 33 customers sold. We sold it to 33 people. So it means we took 66 grand, maybe or a bit more, because we had a payment plan as well. So that massively helps cash flow. The idea is now I'm going to sell the course every so often, and then that money is going to fund the growth of the site, and then I'm going to document it in the course, and it's going to be a flywheel. Like, hey. And so ideally, I want to sell 500 courses. Yes, £1 million worth of courses in the next year. Honestly, I do. That's the idea. We've got different strategies and plans for that. But genuinely, to say I'm proud of the course is an understatement. I really, really am. Yeah, I love it. I've got a few calls today with the people. And by the way, this is not something we offer normally, but I've got a few calls with the people who have taken the course, because ultimately I want these guys and girls who have taken the course to be ultra successful. And so if I can help, then I will do. But that is not something we're offering, obviously. Not I don't know, consultancy. I get asked all the time, but I just, at the minute, I don't have time for that. Anyway, I don't know why I started talking about course. I think it's because I saw the money. I saw 52,000. I was like, because I was thinking, if I sell over 50 grand's worth of a course, I'll be absolutely over the moon. But we didn't. We sold more. So excellent. Right. So the amount of people square foot moved in was 700. Amount of move outs was 275. So that means we net result was 425. So really, 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 really good there. Really happy with Clough Road. It's going in the right direction, which is awesome to see. Amount of insurance sold is 5,200 on average. We've got one move in this next week for 125 square foot. We've got one move out for 75 square foot. So it is going to be, I'm going to put it out there, a positive week. 36 quotes at Clough Road. We always get a shit ton of quotes at Clough Road. It's because it's in a great location. It's next door to a Starbucks and stuff and a Greggs. So it's a really, really good location. 1 second. My tea's still hot, which is great. Beverly, amount of quotes, 8. So a little bit worrying on the quotes as well. Number of reservations was 2, so 25%. We only had one move-in for 160 square foot. So that was a conversion rate of 12.5%. So we're going to go for 13%. We're going to round up, baby. Square foot moved in, 160. Square foot moved out, 545. We lost 385 square foot. We had one move in. We had 4 move outs. That means we've got 80 units occupied. Store occupancy is 84%, 83.75. Insurance, we only had one customer, but they took £12,000 worth of insurance. Amount of move-ins due this next week. We've got one move-in for 50 square foot, and we've got 0 move-outs. Wrexham, 17 quotes. Do you know what? I've got a mind blank. I don't know if that's good or not. We want 20, I think. I don't know. Can't remember. 17 quotes for Wrexham. Reservations was 4, so that's a conversion rate of 23.53. So we're going to round it up, 24%. We had 2 move-ins, which is a conversion rate of 12%. So not great at Wrexham, which is surprising. Wrexham normally crushes it, but this week, excuse me, this week it hasn't. Oh God, next week as well. It's not a great week. Oh wow. £9,000 worth of insurance sold, so that's an average of 4,500. We only have one move-in due for 25 square foot, and we've got move-outs of 160. The problem with Wrexham is that the unit sizes are all higgly-piggly all over the place. In fact, I'm going to have to get in touch with Janice. To be fair, I'm going to say it, yeah. Their callbacks and stuff and their sales are shocking right now. Just can't get quotes, can't get in touch with people. It's just a nightmare. And the reason why we're using Janice is because they did it before. But yeah, I've got to have to get in touch with them and sort them out, kick the butts. Right, Mansfield. Amount of quotes, 27 quotes. So yeah, we normally aim for around about 28 quotes here, 4 quotes per day. So a bit below. Reservations 7, so that's okay. 26% conversion rate. Move-ins were 6, so that's a 22% conversion rate. Move-ins, total, we moved in 365 square foot. We moved out 250, so the chain is starting, and that means we net result of 115. Just slightly concerned by the amount of square foot we've got moving in at Mansfield this month. It's not to usual standards. The store occupancy is 55.83. However, we've got another 10 containers that we've put on order, so we've included them on there. We've included them on there, so it's over 60% internally that we're occupied. Amount of insurance, again, we're low on the insurance at Mansfield, 4,833. So we want to be crushing that £6,000 mark. We've got 3 move-ins due next week for 200 square foot. So again, the amount of square foot to move in is rubbish. Only 200 square foot. So hopefully we can massively increase that. The amount of move-outs is 1 next week for 25 square foot. So we are due a net positive week, but I am concerned now with the amount of square foot is moving in, especially given the month we're having so far, but also this coming week as well. So it doesn't look as though it's going to get better. We want to be moving in over 3,000 square foot at Mansfield. So that means we need to be taking 750 square foot move-ins on a weekly basis. And looking like we're not. This week we only moved in 365. Next week we're only moving 200 in. So it's just below where we want to be. So there's nothing wrong with the site, But that's what we've got to do. That's what we're paid to do. Is we're paid to see problems before they happen so we can make adjustments and pull different levers. And so it's just something not to worry about just yet, but it's certainly something we need to keep an eye on. Right, Google Analytics. Across the Stormore branches, because we don't include Beverly, we did 28 reservations. The new users to our site, to our website, was 587. That means we had a conversion rate of 5%. So not too bad at all. That's what we aim for, 5% conversion. So basically, top of funnel, the amount of, say, for example, if 500 people visit your website, then you would want 20% of those getting a quote. So we want 100 of those. I'm thinking, yeah, 100 of those. Jesus, my mind goes to pot when it's public maths. Like, the simplest maths. So we want 100 of those getting a quote, and then from those 100, we want 30% of those converting, which then tells you how much conversions you get. I've done a training on this previously. So basically we got 5% of website visitors. So explain it again quickly. Visitors is your top of funnel, and then we narrow it down. And so basically 5% of anybody who visits, we want to be hitting, converting into a reservation. Oh, I think I explained that. Absolutely terrible. Right. Ran 25 miles last week. I'm reading this from a newsletter. I always tell you how much I run, but I didn't go to gym once. That is absolutely rubbish. I haven't been to gym bloody ages, which is no good because I've been putting everything into my course. And so I haven't had the time. And obviously, it's all like momentum. When you don't go to gym, you don't go to gym. When you don't go to gym, you don't go to gym. And then, but at least I've been running 25 miles, not too bad. Ran 10 miles over the weekend. I want to hit 25 miles this week as well. All right, my friends, I love you. I appreciate you. And I will be seeing you tomorrow, I believe. All right, guys, girls, have a wonderful day and week, and I'll speak to you later. Bye-bye.